You got to pre-register to events, make sure that we get a high quantity of people so we can set up the brackets accordingly and we can actually go home early, especially for the TOs.
Regardless, that could, in a sense, be beneficial depending on your objectives, right? Because if you actually want to get better, maybe having those tough opponents at the start, you know, kind of helps you out a little bit. You know, it depends on your objective.
Oh, reflects the hydrant.
Yeah, if any of you are Pac-Man fans, you're going to be seeing a lot of this character. One that, you know, it's starting to get some use, especially because a lot of people have been watching. I forgot the Japanese players.
T,
of course. After they saw, you know, T play and how amazing he's been doing, a lot of people have been picking it up. EKing, of course, he actually has had this character on the pocket since Smash 4, I was told. But, you know, it was not until this game where, you know, a lot of stronger tools.
Made some modifications to the character that actually made him better overall. That's why he's using them. But he also has a secondary inkling that he's actually been using for a while now. And actually is setting up the good edge guard situation. This is not looking good for Conde as well. Luckily, he had his second jump, but it's not going to work now.
And that stock going in EKing's favor a little. Just 1 minute from the start of the match. And Palutena, a character we were all familiar with at this point.
Conde actually setting up a very good ledge trap situation, getting EKing into 109%. The problem with EKing is that he's not really scared to actually go outside and just tempt Palutena to actually make a move. He has all of the tools necessary to actually get back on stage without harm.
Especially with a character like Pac-Man. Pac-Man has an amazing recovery. He can use side B, he can use up B. You can even be incredibly far away at like going with those fair strings. We might see them here from EKing on the edge guard.
Grabs him. That grab actually got buffed from Smash 4. Actually delays a little bit more. Oh, not getting the sweet spot of. Oh, actually, with a good counter by Conde. Trying to make sure that he doesn't lose this stock, but actually he has stage spike with the side B. We need to figure out what that's called.
Yeah, that side B is really strong, especially I think it's it's hitbox at the front, right? That does a lot of damage, and it can kill really quickly as well. But regardless, the other parts of his body are also hitbox, and you need to be careful when you go for those edge guards. You need to be pretty certain that you're going to hit Pac-Man. Or just try to get him before he uses the side B, right?
Explosive Flame taking away the hydrant. It seems like EKing actually threw the key on the opposite direction that what he needed to. Oh my god, he read the forward smash.
And he almost got it. Like the strong
sweet,
hits.
Yeah, the sweet spot. Yeah, the hitbox, the sweet hitbox. Nevertheless, Conde takes a stock with the dash attack, sets up the hydrant once again, and he has the apple on deck, but switches to the melon and the Galaga.
Isn't that a Galaxian? I think that's a Galaxian.
I don't remember. Throws out the hydrant one more time. The hydrant actually one of the moves that actually did get buffed on 3.0.0. It did.
Yeah, let me check.
The hitbox was actually. Oh my goodness! What the? So he threw the Galaxian. He made the loop, got all of the hits, and then went just straight up with the side B and just clanks him at the end to take that stock. Oh my goodness. Man, this guy's
monster.
Guys can't. Going Battlefield this time around. Game 2.
Yeah. Specifically, increase the downward attack range of the fire hydrant when it's falling.
Yep.
Down special. Alright. So when it's falling, has a larger hitbox, I think?
Yeah, it has a larger hitbox as it's going downward, so it has a lot more time to actually do more damage.
Going a little bit differently this game, Conde actually with the control here.
So he needs to establish his rhythm once again. Not get too aggressive. Maybe camp him a little bit more, like he's doing right now. Tries to get rid of the hydrant, but that's not quite gonna do it. The Hydrant has 16 HP, so he would need a certain amount of attacks to actually do it.
And he actually made it better for EKing. He gave it all that damage just a little bit, so EKing just basically just hit it once, grabbed Conde, and threw him back into the Hydrant for another active hitbox.
Explosive Flame on the outside is not going to connect to EKing. 150 to 80, 92% right now. So what he needs to do now is take away the stock before EKing keeps applying more damage. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot more difficult for him to... Oh my god, Angry stomps by the Pac-Man, and that takes his stock. 161%. Conde can still take it if he just does one of those, like back airs.
If he does one of those.
If he does one of those.
He'll get it, he'll get it.
He gets a now different combination of movement, just trying to get him off. Get him off. Get him out of there. Going for fairs, nairs, bears, tears. So many good movements by the Pac-Man as well.
Yeah, we're going to keep on making this like a little bit poetic, right? This match.
Yeah, it's not fair.
See what you
for
did there.
Conde, but you see, oh my god. Forward tilt by EKing actually establishing a lot more stage control this time around. And we saw a difference in the beginning when Conde was actually dominating, but EKing actually establishing a better rhythm that he did at the beginning of the game. Conde seems a little bit more flustered with the Hydra, and he keeps concentrating on it just to try to get it out.
Right.
But at the same time, he actually sacrifices a lot of offensive rhythm because of it. So we see now that he has 144% to 75. EKing is pretty comfortable so far. That's a down throw. He needs the DI outward, otherwise that's a combo that he does not want to get into. Ooh, reads the roll for an up smash, but not quite going to do it.
Yeah, you were talking about how the Hydrant, he's kind of focusing on removing the Hydrant. That's because on edge guard situations, not Conde, EKing can pretty much secure every option you can take from the ledge if you let him set up. So by limiting the Hydrant use, you can avoid that scenario.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Connecting with that apple, taking away that stock. That might have been questionable DI by Conde, though. I don't think that should have killed on that angle so far. Maybe he wasn't expecting it. Nevertheless, one more stock for Conde to actually force a game 3. Gonna throw them backwards. That's not gonna kill just yet. EKing actually going very high using the side B, making sure that Conde doesn't know where he's going to land. That was beautiful, a beautiful strategy by EKing as well.
Yeah, a lot of very good recovery options, and you can kind of sort of stall, right? And pretty much just establish your angle of I was going to say attack, but in this case it would be your angle of recovery to try to get back into the stage.
Hydrant gets knocked out by Conde. He needs to figure out the move that he needs to do and make sure it's just one move that he needs to actually take away the Hydrant. Oh, connects with the Hydrant back, actually expecting that it was going to get tossed to him. EKing needs to be careful now. It's pretty close right now.
Yeah, this time he's actually ignoring the Fire Hydrant a little bit more, right? Because that's what he needs to do. He needs to mix it up. Keep EKing trying to guess what approach he's going to take against his projectiles.
A couple of nair loops to a fair, actually getting a good amount of percent. Missing the tech, but actually getting the get-up attack. And the reason why he needed to avoid punishing that Hydrant so much was basically because the times that he did want to punish the Hydrant, it was not doing good for his playstyle. He was actually getting the Hydrant, but EKing would actually hit it back, and he would be in a worse situation that he was before. That the grab is not going to get it, but actually...
yeah, because EKing was looking for that setup where the water pushes you into the ledge, so he was going to be able to grab Conde with that, but he just timed it a little bit too late.
Yeah, that was a good counter by Conde as well. He's been using counter a lot more at the latter portion of this game, which is actually working to his advantage, which is really good, especially since he knows EKing is going to be on the aggressive side. The key's not going to kill just yet. The Hydrant is going to get set up. If he hits him one more time, look at that. Oh my god, he was expecting it. That's why he threw out the counter, but actually EKing waited a little bit longer. Not quite going to do it just yet. The apple almost connects. Not going to do it. Oh, raw up smash. Back throw. Yeah.
That was, apart from, you know, there where we just saw the game end. The previous one where he avoided the Hydrant He avoided the other setups. That was excellent weaving back and forth because EKing was especially setting up for the back air from there.